Hey kids, Cousin Rich here from Castles, Capes, and Clones, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the Star Wars Black Series Force Effects Elite Rey Skywalker Saber. So join me on today's episode of Hyperspace Hijinks. So what I got here is the newest Hasbro lightsaber from the Black Series Elite Force Effects line. And this is the Rey Skywalker saber that you see at the end of Rise of Skywalker. Now, this is a saber that I've been waiting for since I saw Rise of Skywalker, even though it only appeared in the movie at the very end, spoilers, for like 2 seconds. Disney themselves also make a Rey Skywalker saber that they sell at the parks at Galaxy's Edge in Florida and in California. Theirs is a little bit different, and I would say this is the better version of it for a couple of things, and we'll get to that also in a little bit. But let's go see what's inside the box. I pre-cut it, so that's why. It does come with a stand. It's right here. So this is the typical Hasbro sedan. It's a metal base. This part is plastic, but it basically just goes like this. And then you stick it on there. So that's that. Instruction booklet, something, I don't know, whatever. Does come with the blade, which is here. It is not the same as a Galaxy's Edge blade. So this blade and the Galaxy's Edge blades are not compatible with each other. You can't mix and match. So this can only go on this saber. I'm not sure about the other Hasbro sabers though. Maybe. So that's that. And of course, the saber itself. Oops. Here you go. It's pretty hefty actually. Probably as heavy as the dark saber that I have behind me. So there you go. Let's get rid of the box, shall we? So taking a look at the saber itself, like I said, it does share a lot of design with Rey's staff that she usually carries around, especially this end of it. It's got a kind of cloth wrapping around here, pre-frayed, so it looks a little bit weathered. Apparently, the more you kind of handle it, your oils and stuff start to rub off on it, so it gives it even more of a weathered look. But outside of that, there is weathering on here a little bit. There's a little bit of almost like a rusty color on here, along with like distressed metal. So that's pretty cool. And it's pretty much all metal, except for this piece on the emitter part. These little triangles here are plastic, and they kind of move up like so when the blade comes out. There you go. Otherwise, it's pretty uniform all around. So I talked about differences between the Galaxy's Edge one and the Hasbro one. The biggest difference, and the one reason why, well, one of the two reasons why I did not get the one at Galaxy's Edge, because that one came out first, is because to ignite, when Rey ignites her lightsaber in the movie, she twists this part. Right? That's how it ignites. In the Galaxy's Edge version, it's a little like switch on the hilt. So it's not accurate to how it activates. And I believe also when she ignites her blade in the movie, like this part's open, so you can kind of see the blade in here. It flashes green and blue before it goes yellow. And in the Galaxy's Edge version, they don't do that. It's just yellow. So, when that one first came out, is before this was announced, I was kind of disappointed because I'm like, oh, first of all, they didn't have the right ignition and they didn't do that cool effect. But then Hasbro did it. So that's why I got this one. There's a difference in price though. Like the Galaxy's Edge one's like $150, $160, but it does not come with a blade. This one is like $250, I believe I got it for, and it has a blade, and it has a stand, and again, it has that cool features that are more screen accurate. Now, at Galaxy's Edge, you can buy a blade for like $50, $40, $50. So you're looking at about $200 for a Galaxy's Edge version of this, or $250 for the Hasbro version of this. And this one you can get on Shop Disney, where I got it, on HasbroPulse.com, and I believe you can get it on Amazon, but I'm not quite sure. So if you can't make it to the parks, this is probably the only way you can get it. So let's see. This bottom part is where the sound comes from, and it's also where the battery compartment is. So all you do is twist this off, and your battery compartment's here, similar to the other ones. It takes 3 AA batteries. You just stick it back in here, close it up. So this did not come with batteries. I did put batteries on here already. Yep, and then to put the blade in, what's different between this and the Galaxy's Edge one is the Galaxy's Edge one, you have to take these little pieces and move them all up, like so, blah, 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 and put the blade in and twist. This one, you actually have to twist this top part off, right? And then take your blade, there you go. And then like the Galaxy's Edge one, you can give it a twist and it locks in place. And then you take this end, stick it in here, and then push those pieces out, so you see there, and then twist it back on. And boom. The blade is nice and secure. Ain't going nowhere. And what's cool about these things is that you can see the burn marks on the tips, because that's the part that's closest to that blade, right? But don't remember if I mentioned this before, these are plastic, so that's the only thing I would say that's weird about it. But I understand. Probably easily breakable, whatever. Or save some money. There you go. Now, obviously you want to see this lit, so let's turn off the lights. Well, actually, let me first turn this off. Mood lighting, and now turn off the lights. Woo, look at that. All right, hopefully there's some ambient light in here so you can kind of see. But like I said, this version, you do twist this piece on the hilt, whereas in the Galaxy's Edge one, you just do a switch. But here we go. As you can see, it's a yellow blade, like Rey's was. So it's kind of a new color to live action Star Wars, whereas the yellow blades were the blade colors of the Jedi Temple Guard, which they used to sell at Galaxy's Edge, but they do not anymore. You can kind of hear the humming sound. You see there the clash effect. It does go white, so you kind of see that pronounced. And then the effects it has on here, because Hasbro's has effects that Galaxy's Edge do not. You can hold a button down, and you see the tip. It's like you're burning into something. And then if you just press the button, it does blaster effects. So that is cool. You can hear what the hum sounds like. But let's take a look at that ignition again. Or you can see here, you can see the blade, the yellow blade through there. But let's take a look at the ignition again. Oops. Let me turn it off. And turn it back on and watch for that color change. There you go. Now I did notice it kind of goes up here too, but you know, I'll forgive that. See it again. There you go. That's awesome. Like, I really like that feature because it really makes Rey's lightsaber stand out from the rest. So. All right. Turn this light back on. Maybe. So there you go. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. I think the only thing I liked about the Galaxy's Edge one is I think this part looked a little bit better. I think theirs looked a little more weathered and less even or something. I have to go look. Next time I'm at Galaxy's Edge, I'll take a picture of it and compare the two. But otherwise, it's pretty cool. Oh, and you can see this part. This is the part that will kind of latch onto like a belt or something. It's kind of thin and doesn't really have a lot of catch, so I don't know what you do with that, but that's how you hook it onto a belt or something. Anyway, otherwise, there you go. That is Rey's lightsaber from Rise of Skywalker. I don't know if you want to see what it looks like on here. Ta-da! Booyah. So if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the flip side.